Imagine sitting down with a 95-year-old who's brimming with energy, their eyes sparkling with the kind of wisdom that only comes from a life well lived. They lean in close, a warm smile spreading across their face, and say, "This breakfast is my secret to living to 120. That's the incredible journey you're about to embark on in this video, as we unpack the health wisdom behind a morning ritual that could transform your days and maybe even your years. You'll hear practical tips, heartfelt stories, and simple ideas you can start using tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can keep this adventure going together. Picture this, a steaming bowl of oats, the kind that fills your kitchen with a cozy, nutty aroma, topped with a handful of plump blueberries that burst with sweetness in every bite. This isn't just food, it's a choice, a small act of care that this 95-year-old swears by. They've been starting their mornings like this for decades, and it's not hard to see why. Oats give you that steady energy to tackle your day without the crash you get from sugary cereals, while those berries? They're little powerhouses, packed with goodness that keeps your body humming along. What's your go-to breakfast right now? Does it leave you feeling ready for the world, or just scrambling for a coffee refill? Now, let's take a stroll down memory lane with a story. Think of a woman, let's call her Clara, 87 years young, who grew up on a farm where breakfast wasn't just a meal, it was a celebration. She'd tell you about racing to the kitchen at dawn, the air thick with the scent of fresh butter melting into warm oats her mother stirred over a crackling fire. Clara swears that sticking to those simple, hearty mornings kept her spry enough to dance at her grandson's wedding last year. It's not about fancy ingredients or complicated recipes, it's about consistency and real food that loves you back. What family food traditions do you hold on to that might be worth revisiting? The beauty of this breakfast wisdom is how easy it makes your life. You don't need a culinary degree or hours to spare, just a few minutes to toss some oats in a pot and grab whatever fruits in season. Maybe you're like Clara and love the classics, or maybe you'd sprinkle in some cinnamon for a little warmth, or toss in a few nuts for that satisfying crunch. The point is, it's yours to play with, a small tweak that fits into your busy mornings. Imagine starting your day feeling full, focused, and ready. How would that change the way you tackle your to-do list? Let's talk about why this matters beyond just filling your stomach. That 95-year-old with the big dreams of 118? They'll tell you it's about giving your body what it needs to keep going strong. Oats aren't just comforting, they're like a hug for your heart, helping keep things steady and smooth. And those berries, or whatever fruit you love, they're working behind the scenes, fighting off the little stresses life throws at you. It's not magic, just good sense that adds up over time. Have you ever thought about how tiny changes in your mornings could ripple out to the rest of your life? Here's where it gets fun. Let's mix in a little variety, so you never get bored. One day, you might swirl in a dollop of creamy yogurt, the kind that's so smooth and rich it makes your spoon feel like it's dancing through a fluffy, cool cloud, adding a tangy zip that wakes up your taste buds. The next, maybe you're drizzling a bit of honey, golden and sticky, watching it pool and sink into every warm bite, bringing a gentle sweetness that feels like a treat without overdoing it. Or perhaps you'll toss in a handful of toasted almonds for a satisfying crunch that contrasts the softness of the oats. Our wise friend at 95 loves keeping it fresh, and they've learned that a happy routine doesn't mean a rigid one. It's about playing with flavors and textures to keep your mornings exciting. What's one new twist you could try tomorrow to shake up your breakfast game and make it uniquely yours? Now, picture yourself a few weeks into this. You're sitting at your table, the sun just peeking through the window, and you realize you're not dragging yourself through the morning anymore. That's what happened to a guy we'll call Tom, who's now 72 and credits his oat and fruit habit for keeping him sharp enough to beat his kids at chess every Sunday. He started small, just like you could, and found that this little shift made him feel lighter, clearer, and more alive. Isn't it wild how something so simple can turn into something so big? Let's pause for a second. How are you feeling about all this? Are you ready to give it a shot? Or maybe you're already picturing your own version of this breakfast. Drop a comment below and let us know. We'd love to hear your ideas and cheer you on. This isn't about perfection. It's about finding what works for you and building on it, step by step. That's the kind of wisdom our 95-year-old friend wants you to have, not rules, but tools to make your days better. One thing that stands out in this journey is how it's not just about the food, it's about the ritual. For our friend, that morning bowl is a moment to breathe, to savor, to set the tone for whatever comes next. Maybe for you, it's a chance to sit with your thoughts, or maybe it's pairing it with a quick stretch while the oats simmer. Think about it. How could you turn your breakfast into a little gift to yourself each day? Now, let's get real. Life's busy, and mornings can feel like a race. But here's the secret. This doesn't have to take over your schedule. You can cook up a big batch of oats on Sunday, stash it in the fridge, and just scoop out what you need each day. Add your toppings, and you're out the door with something warm and good in your hands. Our 95-year-old laughs about how they've outsmarted the clock this way. Why not borrow the trick and see how it fits into your world? Here's a little nudge. Don't just take their word for it, try it yourself. Grab some oats next time you're at the store, pick your favorite fruit, and give it a go for a week. Notice how you feel. Do you have more pep in your step? Are you less tempted by that mid-morning snack? This isn't about overhauling your life. It's about adding one smart, doable habit that grows with you. What's stopping you from starting tomorrow? Let's weave in another tale to keep things lively. Imagine a woman, call her Lena, 80 now, who stumbled into this breakfast habit after her doctor told her to watch her health. She wasn't thrilled at first. Oats sounded dull. But then she started experimenting, tossing in apples one day, bananas the next, even a sprinkle of dark chocolate when she felt cheeky. Years later, she's hiking with her grandkids, grinning as she tells them, "It's the oats keeping me young." Her story's proof that this wisdom isn't about restriction, it's about discovery. As we roll along, think about the bigger picture. This breakfast isn't just fuel. It's a way to invest in yourself, to say, "Hey, I'm worth it." That's what our 95-year-old has figured out. They're not chasing 118 for the sake of a number, but for the joy of more mornings, more laughs, more time with the people they love. How do you want to feel a decade from now? And what small step could you take today to get there? Let's keep this conversation flowing. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you got a breakfast trick that keeps you going? Or are you inspired to try this one? Every little bit you share helps us all learn and grow together. And if you're loving this wisdom, hit that like button and pass this video along to a friend who could use a boost. Now, let's circle back to the kitchen for a moment. Picture those oats bubbling away, the steam curling up like a promise of something good. Maybe you're adding a handful of walnuts, their earthy bite blending with the soft sweetness of a ripe peach. It's not about being a chef, it's about creating something that feels like home, something that nourishes you inside and out. What flavors would make this your own personal masterpiece? Here's where the rubber meets the road. This is your chance to take the wheel. Our 95-year-old friend isn't here to lecture, they're here to share, to invite you into a way of living that's kept them thriving. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect pantry. Just start where you are with what you have. What's one tiny tweak you could make tomorrow to kick things off? As we wrap up this journey, feel the excitement of what's possible. You're not just hearing about a breakfast, you're stepping into a piece of life-changing wisdom that could carry you further than you ever imagined. Take that first step today, whether it's grabbing a bag of oats or just dreaming up your next morning meal. We're in this together, so let's make it a community hit like. Drop a comment with your plans, subscribe for more, and share this video with someone you care about. Here's to your mornings, your health, and all the years ahead. Let's keep the good vibes going.